Marlow Film Studios will bring significant transport improvements for the community. They form part of the planning application and will make strategic improvements where Marlow's two major roads, the A404 and the A4155, meet. Central to our planning application is improving the capacity of the Westhorpe Junction to benefit all road users, drivers, pedestrians and cyclists.
Because the junction is historic, it doesn't cater very well for existing traffic flows. So at peak times, there's experience of congestion on a number of the approaches to the junction, and obviously any queuing onto what is a high-speed dual carriageway does carry with it quite a significant accident risk.
This problem only gets worse if it's left unchanged. Morning rush hour queues joining local roads will likely block the A404 regularly. A very slow-moving queue to join the roundabout will form daily almost as far south as the Thames, just after the "Welcome to Buckinghamshire" sign. Buckinghamshire Council and National Highways both see this as a problem, but funding for an improvement scheme was withdrawn in 2023. The Marlow Film Studios investment is the only current solution. The underlying problem Marlow Film Studios solves is the danger of fast-moving traffic from the A404 having to yield to slow-moving traffic from the A4155, which blocks the junctions at peak time.
The proposed scheme coming forward is to put traffic signals or traffic lights on the junction to control the competing traffic flows. What that means is you can reduce the blocking back on the slip roads and remove that accident risk. There may be some increases on the queues and delays on the A4155 approaches. However, they wouldn't be noticeable. They would only occur at peak times and they would probably be measured in a number of seconds. At other times, there would be an improvement.
Transport modelling confirms that vehicles coming in and out of the studio don't make the situation any worse. On the contrary, with these improvements in place, the junction will work better than it would without the studio investment.
The proposed scheme doesn't only mitigate the impacts of traffic associated with the film studios, it has wider benefits for all drivers. At the moment as well, there's an acknowledged problem for Globe Business Park, and this scheme would improve that.
Modern film studios operate based on highly organised production schedules. These don't coincide with rush hour peak traffic on the roads.
The general flow, particularly when you're shooting films, is very managed, that you have dedicated times at when people come to and from the site. They're generally outside of the traffic peak periods during the week, which means that it's a very managed process rather than a commercial scheme where you've got a to and fro of traffic all the time. As we move forward with the film studios, we've got the ability to both manage that and to monitor what's happening. And that would be done by the film studios operator, and the results of that would be reported to the council and National Highways.
Before it opens, Marlow Film Studios will also fix a recognised public transport gap. It will set up and fund 2 brand new public bus services for those living in, around and beyond Marlow.
The first will run from High Wycombe to Marlow and the film studios and on to Maidenhead, providing a connection to the Elizabeth line. The second bus service will be a shuttle bus that will run around Marlow to the film studios and on to Bourne End.
Marlow Film Studios will upgrade 2 cycling and walking routes across the A404. This dual carriageway has long been an almost impassable barrier for anyone not using a car.
It's important to ensure that people don't have to drive to reach the site, so they can walk, cycle and arrive by public transport. At Westhorpe Interchange, there are existing facilities for pedestrians and cyclists. However, at the moment they are substandard. For example, cyclists need to dismount on part of the route. It's proposed to improve those facilities to allow cyclists to be able to cycle all the way through.
2 significantly better cycle and pedestrian crossings of the A404 and a complete path suitable for cycling between Marlow and Bourne End will create even more options for travelling without a car. This will be strongly positive for the country park Buckinghamshire Council is committed to create around Spadeoak Lake. Marlow Film Studios will fully fund investments to transport and travel in the Marlow area. that will improve safety on the A404, improve traffic flow around the Westhorpe interchange, improve public transport connections through new bus services, and improve several significant routes for pedestrians and cyclists. Without private sector financing, it's very unlikely these developments will happen. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Marlow's communities to secure strongly positive transport benefits alongside a world-beating British creative and arts investment.